And we are live.
Hey, yo. Welcome to the wonderful world of Hungry Heath. I am not a classically trained chef, but I am a self-taught home cook. I studied under several television chefs. I have a PhD from YouTube University and a black belt in Google Food. I love to cook. The only thing I love more than cooking is my old wife. The sensational chili steak. Together we host what I call the Friday Night Feast. This happens every Friday night, 6:30 Central. We'll cook an entree, maybe a couple little snacks, show y'all. Then we spend the rest of the evening just chewing the fat with all of our friends in the Hungry Horde. Hope you can tune in sometime. We'd love to have you over for dinner. Today's endeavor is my update for my MS journey. This is week 187. Things are going fairly well. I mean, I don't know if most of y'all have watched the video, the little preview here.
The trailer.
Yeah. I had an interesting day.
Or week.
Yeah. Well, it was just that one day. I got a little over hot. I was trying to hurry up. It was supposed to rain that day. I think that actually happened last Sunday when it occurred. It was supposed to rain. I wanted to hurry and get the stuff done. I went and measured it just now to verify. It's almost 25 foot long. It was the cover for our pergola. It came off during the last storm. It landed on the other side of the house. But I was trying to cut it up and put it out to the for garbage pickup. But so it was like I said, almost 25, maybe a little bit longer than 25 foot long, and then it was a little over. It was almost 6 foot wide and maybe about an inch thick. But I was cutting it with my my skill saw, and I don't know how I did it. I guess I wasn't paying close enough attention, but I cord on my saw. So lucky it didn't start a fire or electrocute me or nothing like that. Because I also have a cordless saw similar to that. It's a little small one. That's how I cut up the last three and got rid of them. But for whatever reason, I couldn't find the saw. I don't know where I put it. It's in there somewhere. In the garage or in my shed somewhere. I was like, well, I don't have to worry about chasing the battery down. I'll just use my corded saw. And that blade's probably shot anyways. It's, I don't know, a couple of years old probably because I don't use that saw that often. I mean, it's fixable. I can mend that up and repair that cord. It's going to be a hassle. I'm just a rookie mistake. I'm just ashamed of myself for not paying attention. I was trying to hurry. I was getting hot.
And how long have you been a carpenter using tools?
My whole life.
And isn't that rule number one? Watch where your cord is.
Maybe.
And it's a good thing that it was just the cord because your wife was asleep. So if you cut something else,
like my arm or a finger or whatever. But I did cut my hand moving it on my arm. I have a little bit nick right there, moving that stuff around. And I was wearing gloves and it still got me. That's the other thing too. I didn't want to wake her up and ask her to help me with any of it because I only have one pair of gloves. I don't want her hands getting all tore up.
That's right. Well, so we want to know, what do you do when you make a mistake?
I blame my wife.
Oh, really? Because I was asleep. That's why you did it. Seems about right.
I didn't do it.
How else is everything going? Because I feel like we had a kind of an exhausting week because we went out to the movies twice, which is unheard of.
Yeah, especially when we rarely go to the movies at all.
I know, but we went twice in 1 week, so we were kind of out late and still trying to get our schedule back to normal.
And then I like teasing her about how I want to go out to eat all the time. And one of my favorite restaurants local here is a Brazilian joint.
Of course.
And for a while there, they were doing ladies' nights on Wednesdays. So I just messaged her. I think they were doing it this last week also. I don't remember for sure, but she told me they weren't. But anyways, that's beside the point of what happened.
Well, and besides, that isn't what you led with. All you said is, let's go to a Vendia.
Yeah.
And I'm like...
Well, I always do that on Wednesdays, though, because of that.
Yeah, but you didn't tell me that. And my thing is, and tell me if y'all are like this. If I need to know ahead of time if we're going to go eat Brazilian, because I want to fast all day so that I get my money's worth that night. But when you tell me that after I've had a lunch,
All right, tell you what, we're going next week.
No, we're not.
Now you know.
No. But he tells me that after I've had a lunch, and it's like, I can't do it because I'm still full from lunch, and I typically don't have lunch until like 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So to then go eat at like 6, like, no, that's just crazy to me.
And then I was honestly half teasing with her anyways, because I figured she was going to say that anyways. But then she went to searching around and found us a new restaurant. Tell her about it.
So that's, if you watched the trailer, you would have seen the meat on fire. So I was just looking. I know that there's always new restaurants popping up, and I was just looking for, something that was a little romantic. Like I kind of wanted to get dressed up and like have a proper date. So I found this one. I know I'm going to butcher the name, but it was Jalisco's.
I think they pronounce it like the city, Jalisco.
Jalisco.
Okay.
Think. Oh, that makes, because the chef
is from Jalisco.
One, she's a woman, which I was, I'm always like, yes. And she is trained and grew up in Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico. And so she brings all of those flavors and everything from her city. And I know when we have visited Jalisco, we love the food. I mean, we always talk about, we love Tex-Mex, but I love like real down home Mexican food. Just the flavors are so good. And so anytime we visit, been fortunate enough, we're always like, look, don't take us to the touristy restaurants. I want to know, where does your mom and dad, where do they go when they want a night with really good food? That's where we want to go. And
we want to go where the locals go.
Yes. And so we've gotten some great food. So I was really excited. So we went and I saw on their menu. And 1 second before I finish the story, tell them before you start eating, what is it you're eating, dear?
Some contraption she put together. It's a pickle spear. This
Let me get some more coffee.
Was this the spear?
Yeah,
it's a pickle spear. She wrapped it in some
ham.
This one's wrapped in ham and a piece of cheese, and it's very.
And then I put that sauce from.
Oh yeah, since you put a dipping sauce here for me of that same little sauce we made Friday night. It sounds really good. This is my 4th one. I'm finishing my plate right now.
It's your 5th.
Oh, my bad.
It's also the same. I put the sauce in the meat as well.
Oh, that explains a lot too. Because a couple of bites have been a little spicy.
Yes. So it's just our ham, cheese, roll up around a pickle.
This is quite good. I'm having some pork rinds, and I found this new salsa. It's new to me anyways, at Aldi. Hope I can see that. And it's like $3 a bottle.
No, it's like $1.75.
Oh, it's even better. I thought it was $2.88 or something like that.
It's cheap, y'all.
And they usually have a spicy or a medium one, but she said when they went, they only had the mild. But they still taste good.
The Aldi I went to yesterday only had mild. But yeah, I'm loving this ham and cheese wrapped pickles. So I got the garden fresh pickles, which are at Aldi as well. They're spears. And I also got at Aldi, they had mini pickles. So I got those because that works perfect with a slice of ham or turkey. And then we were finishing up another jar of spicy pickles we had. It just makes such a great lunch, y'all. Pickles are great polyphenols. So they help, feed the bacteria that need to survive in your gut and everything. So those are great. And then having your protein. I mean, it's just like the perfect meal, right?
And this is a pineapple kombucha she got for me.
Yes.
It's way good, too.
So at the restaurant, what we did is...
Ordered too much food, I'll tell you that.
When I was looking... Let me see here. Trying to see where... Because you just sent them to me. Okay. I could show this one.
Yeah. Well, that's one of them too, but they were all together at the same time.
So one of the things that we liked is I always love ceviche. And so they had this dish, which was kind of a ceviche. It was shrimp with a avocado lime juice marinade, and then they put fresh cucumbers, and you could see an avocado sliced in there. It was really good. And then when the guy brought it, he also brought an extra sauce that was really spicy. Yeah. Oh, here, I'll show you then also this is what Heath was trying to cut up.
Oh, yeah.
And then there it is cut up. All right. And then let's see. Because he also sent some pictures. Oh, okay. So here's the meat. Let me see if it will. I think that's close. I get it, y'all. But that's when they brought it out on the tray. So over on the side, it had 3 different salsas, which they were all really good.
Last picture of salsas.
Oh, okay, they really tasted good. And then a thing of diced onion and cilantro, some limes, and then sliced or julienne radishes, which I love radishes. And then what it's a pork al pastor. But get this, y'all, that whole what's on that tray was only $50. And I thought that was a really good price because I was like, well, if we split that 2 people for $59, now we could have been really budget and just got that, and we probably should have because
well, I want the cheese next time too.
Yeah, because I mean this was plenty of food. This meat alone, not only did we eat plenty that night, but Heath had enough left over that he had it for his lunch for 2 more days.
Yes, and
even then, it was a big lunch. Like you probably could have cut that into 4 days if you wanted to.
If I was fasting.
And there's a little bit close up on the meat before he's going to set it aflame right by our table. And there it is, a close up after he cut it. Doesn't that look amazing, y'all?
And then since it's pastor, they top it with a pineapple. And I don't know if you can see it on there really. On the very bottom is a big chunk of onion.
Yeah.
Big wedge of onion. They stack it all on top.
So they start with like a half an onion, pile the pork meat on, then top it with a thing of pineapple. And then they light it up. And oh my gosh. And then you get all those little crispy bits there. It was amazing.
And it's only right up the road from us. Like
less
than a half hour away.
Yeah, it's right up in the Woodlands. There's the close up of the salsas and the radishes and everything. And those salsas tasted like one of them. It was a roasted, like you could taste the roastiness. It was really good, y'all. Really freaking good. So that was that's what we went and had that place. And again, I think it was pretty good. I did see that we also got panela, which is a cheese, and they mixed that all up. That was really good because then you put the cheese with a little bit of meat and some of the garnish, and it's like chef's kiss.
They brought it in a big bowl.
Yeah.
The only thing I was sad about is before I had a chance to get my camera out and video him doing it, and he grabbed 2 spoons and started mixing it all together.
Yeah, so
I
it's
wish
like
I could have got that on film. So
yes.
when we order it again, that's what I'm gonna do.
What was the dish they served it in? It was like a cajete.
Yeah, it's the one where it's like where they mix up all the stuff in the bowl. I want to say it's almost similar to like a mortar and pestle.
I think it's called a cajete.
Yeah.
But anyways, they did that. Oh my gosh, that cheese was amazing. The cheese I think was like 15. Which again, we still had leftovers after gouging ourselves on the cheese.
And that's
we
what
still
I did
had leftovers.
as I put the cheese on top of the meat when I heated it back up.
Yes, and we sent it to Renee too, and she was like, "Okay, that's where I want to go." And I'm like,
that's where we're going.
Originally, we were thinking of going to Ruggles Black for our anniversary, which is at the end of August, and that'll be 11 years that I have put up with him, and he's put up with me for 11 years.
You're welcome.
But now that we've been to that place, I was like, I don't know. I feel like going here is even, I mean, yeah, they don't have keto desserts, but I don't need that. Just that meat and the cheese would be good.
Another bonus to that too is this place is closer, it's a little cheaper, and the Ruggles Black, they only have valet parking because they're kind of they're where they're located is a little, they're like shoehorned. I mean, what do you call it?
Yeah, shoehorned.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah, so it's only valet.
So that's an extra charge there too.
Right, and this is right here in the Woodlands. There's plenty of parking.
You say right here in the Woodlands, but nobody's in this area.
Yeah. Well, I saw Terry was here, so she would know. But anyways, the thing we did go off a little bit because they had a special menu because it's squash blossom season, and they actually use the pumpkin flowers, and so it's actually the pumpkin flowers is what it said for their squash blossom. So we got one squash blossom taco and split it, so we had half, right? But it was a beautiful whole squash blossom, like it was, y'all, and they stuffed it with cheese, shrimp, and octopus, right?
Yes.
And oh my gosh, and then topped it with a black garlic aioli. It was amazing, y'all. Amazing. So I was like, well, let's try squash blossom.
I've never had it before. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was really good, y'all. So that's what we did and enjoyed it. And then now we're like, okay, let's really for real this time not go again until our anniversary.
Right? Or tonight.
No.
I'll see you when I get back then.
You would not go by yourself.
Bet.
Okay. No cap. All right, let's read some comments now. I see Shauna is here. She said, waiting around so I don't space out and forget.
Me too.
And she said, holy flaming meat. I mean, when they brought out and did all that, I was just like, oh, drool.
And the service was amazing also. That dude was really good.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only thing I did not like is they give you, you know how a lot of restaurants give you the free glass of water when you first sit down?
Oh, yeah.
We had that, and they kept running around refilling it for us, but asking for a glass of ice water. I wanted a tall one. I get basically a shot glass full. Not a shot glass, but a cocktail.
Yeah.
I want a tall adult glass.
So one thing,
I'm funny like that.
If you're not familiar with Houston area, so we have different regions of Houston, right? And the Woodlands is considered upscale, but they're drinkers, right? Like every restaurant, everything, even the movie theater, everything is centered around drinking in some way.
A bunch of lushes.
And so they actually had a full drink menu, and I think we were probably the only ones in the whole restaurant did not order a drink.
Right.
And I mean, their drinks looked amazing because they had, the specialty glasses, and they had a, real beautiful display of the drinks when they would bring them out to everybody. So everybody was like really drinking up. And then they had like authentic drinks, from the region. And so I know a lot of people were ordering that. And then plus they had live music.
Yeah.
And that was nice. So that's why we couldn't record a whole lot because, they
copyright.
Yeah. And they were singing. It was really loud.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Yes.
It was a nice night out. 22Q Cat said, YouTube has decided to stop sending me your video alerts. Uh-oh. I just have to remember to show up. Hey, don't know. I'm kind of old. I need my alerts. And yes, what the heck was on fire?
Well, what you can do on that, though, go back into the video thing and make sure that you got everything selected. Because sometimes it does do that.
Yeah. Sometimes.
Or it might even unsubscribe you. It does that a lot.
Yeah, everybody check your subscription again because I guess YouTube was clearing people out because all of a sudden we lost like several people.
Yeah.
And it could have been that because they will do that. They'll just randomly decide to unsubscribe people. So check that and give this video a thumbs up while you're at it.
It would be weird too, though, because they say the reason why they do that is because you're not active on that page.
I know, but she's always active.
That's what I'm saying. That's what's weird about it.
But who knows? That's what they claim, right? But yes. And she goes, hi, Shelly Heath and Shauna, by the way. Hi, Lynn.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
And Shauna said, it happens usually for me. Alerts don't work because I constantly have my cell phone sound off, right?
Oh,
Me too.
I do too, but I get the pop-up. I get a little notification.
Yeah.
I see my phone go off. And I'll get it.
Yeah.
I usually get the 30-minute warning or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're not looking at your
Oh,
phone,
that's
say
true.
you're busy scrapbooking,
Right.
you might not notice.
Right.
Shauna said, also, I must be taken here the next time I visit. Yes, of course.
Well, hey, I told her. I said, you should just hop a plane right now and we'll go tonight.
That's true. Lisa said, I just saw the preview for Red One.
Yes.
Looks great. I want to see that in the theater.
Really? Okay. Who said that?
Lisa.
Together. Because I was telling her, I said, because I think it was Dustin had said that he was unsure about it because, it stars The Rock. But in my opinion, everything The Rock has ever been in has been good, and he's been good in it.
Yeah, I like The Rock's movie. Now, I never got to see the Jumanji one with The Rock, but I would like to.
Okay, we can do that.
Well, you haven't seen it either.
I thought I've seen it.
You went and saw it without me?
No, I thought I saw it at home. We rented it or whatever. Well, fine. We can watch it. Oh, my.
Lisa said, I need a meatloaf recipe. I'll swing by later. Well, we have one, Lisa.
Yeah. We have a video on it. I mean, I smoked it, but you can still do it in the oven.
Tweety Q Cat said, okay, we'll see if that works. Unsubbed myself and subbed again. So if you see that in your analytics, Shelly and Heath, you'll know why you had one unsubscribe.
But I think also when you subscribe, though, it'll ask you if you want to get alerts or not. There's like 3 little drop downs, I think, when you do that.
And she said, but I'm back. No fear.
Nice.
Yes, you're awesome. Thank you, Lynn.
Thank you.
Terry B. Hey. Said, oops, looks like a little accident with the circular saw.
Oh, it wasn't a little. Because if y'all notice too, though, that is the best, in my opinion, the best circular saw you can buy. That is a Porter cable. That's like top shelf.
Yeah.
That's what really made me sad about it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, you better fix that cord then.
I will.
Terry B said, where the guy was cutting the pineapple, that much noise would make me miserable, although it looked delicious.
Right?
It was really noisy.
Yeah.
But I heard somebody they were like right in front of us, and I heard her tell the hostess, she goes, put us as far away from the band as possible. And I didn't realize, and I should have done that.
Because we're probably like as close, like from us to our front door, I think is how far.
Oh, not even, because it was just a table between us and then where they were set up.
Right, yeah.
So, and they put us at a table, and then I saw they had where it was bench?
It's like a half booth where on one wall it was a bench seat and the table pushed up to it and the chairs. And I was like, man, that would have been so awesome, especially if we were able to sit right next to each other on the bench.
I know. That's
so when we make the reservations for our anniversary, that's what I'm going to ask.
Okay.
Because I always use open table, or predominantly I use open table to make my reservations. And there's an option on there that you can put in any special requests.
Yeah.
Write it in.
Right. And that would be better, I think, next time too.
Especially when we're filming.
Right.
And we'll be further away from the band.
Yeah, a little bit further.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But they were hopping. They were. I don't recall seeing an empty table for very long.
Right.
Rickwood's here. Hey,
Joe
said, howdy, Horde. How are you doing today? And Shada said, oh, no, at you cutting the cord.
I know.
She goes, can't you replace the cord?
I can't replace it because it's hardwired. It's built on from the manufacturer. I guess I could take it apart, but I figured I'd just cut the end of it, strip it back, and then you just rewire it.
That'd probably be easier anyways.
Yeah. Instead of taking the whole thing apart. In my luck, I messed something else up.
Patty's here.
In fact, what I'm planning to do, load it up, take it over to Brian, have him do it for me.
Patty's here. She said, hey, all, I'm here for a little bit.
Hey.
We'll have to jump off to get lunch and dinner cooked. Chris works tonight.
Oh.
Dude's got to eat, right?
Yes.
What do you got planned to cook up?
Food is priority.
Rickwood said, it's a wonder if you didn't electrocute yourself.
It is a wonder.
And then I would have woke up hours later finding him just sprawled out.
Yeah. What a shocking experience.
Shada said, I only have one pair of gloves. Don't you work at the Orange Box?
I do. I don't. I work from home for them. I rarely go into an actual store. Very rare.
And he doesn't get discounts
Right.
because
we already have the cheapest price around.
So ATQ Cat said, yes, thank goodness it was just the cord that got cut.
Yes. And honestly, I didn't even notice it. Because, like, I wasn't mid-cutting or anything like that. I just looked down and saw it was laying there. I was like, oh, crap. I don't.
And then Rickman said, I thought Shelly had her own gloves. Not like work gloves.
Not like for outdoor working stuff.
I have like cooking gloves. But I guess I could use the cooking gloves.
Yeah.
At least they would stay, they wouldn't get warm.
Right.
Shoulda said, movies on a school night? I know.
Well, because see what had happened was, what was that, Sunday night we went to Twister's?
Yeah.
Well, I just had my my weekly meeting with my boss the day before, and me and him were talking about the fact that I was going on Thursday to go see Deadpool and Wolverine. But he said, that sounds cool and all. He goes, I'm not a big fan of Deadpool, but he goes, I love comic, but not Deadpool. It's just something about it just doesn't do anything for me. He goes, but I love Wolverine. I said, man, there's something wrong with you. No, but he's telling me how he was looking forward to Twisters.
Oh.
And how great it was and everything. And I've been seeing people online talking about it too. And I told her that. She goes, well, Twister, the original was pretty good. Let's go see it. I thought, okay.
Mm-hmm. So 2 school nights, Sunday night and Thursday night.
And we went out for dinner on
Wednesday. Yeah. I know. Crazy.
Who are we?
I know. We act like we're in our 20s or something. Rickwood said, I bruised my ear last week. Oh, no. Tried to recoil the electrical cord on the vacuum cleaner and hit the release accidentally. Ouch.
I'm sorry.
But no electrical thingies. Oh my gosh.
I hate it when that stuff happens.
I'm sorry, Joe. That's awful.
At least you didn't cut the cord.
Yeah, but I bet she kind of wished she had it a little bit. Cut it before it hit her. And then she said, my mom and dad went to the local diner back in the day. Back then, there were not a lot of restaurants.
Right. They really weren't.
They're really right. Exactly.
You had maybe one per town or something like that.
Well, and I remember when the Woodlands, when they were talking about, what all, because before the Woodlands was like, I mean, it was an okay area, but it was like known, you don't want to go there. It floods. And it wasn't like, nobody was like, the Woodlands. And then because the Woodlands was really only built up to, where I'm trying to think where you remember where Cece's is or Olive Oil?
Yeah.
Remember? That was the Woodlands.
The reason why she's telling me like this, because I'm not originally from this area. Yeah. I grew up about an hour south of here and lived down that way.
Yeah.
In an area, if y'all look it up, I lived in an area we called Clear Lake.
Yeah. But it was only up to Olive Oil. That was the Woodlands because there wasn't the mall or any of that. And then I remember my mom had a craft booth right there in that same little area. And they were like, oh, yeah, because some people who live there are like, yeah, they're planning to do all this. They're going to really try to make this area fancy. And I was like, what? A mall? And they were like, yeah, and it'll have like a waterway through it. So you get a water taxi and all this. And I was just like, whatever. But I was young. I was like a teenager still. See it now. To where it is like they did the mall and it has the waterway so you could ride a water taxi. And then now that like because of that, then there's always all these restaurants. There's even a place where they call it Restaurant Row.
I was going to ask you about that, yeah.
And that's where Trulux is.
Right. And
some other fancy restaurants are on Restaurant Row. But there's always like some new restaurants and different, like I even found one that is an African restaurant, like an upscale African restaurant. But then I looked at the menu and I was just like,
carbs.
Yeah, a lot of carbs. But, this one, there was a lot of meat and cheese options.
But this Houston all over predominantly is very, very gerrymandered.
Yeah.
Because that restaurant we went to, it's listed as, they list themselves as being in the Woodlands. But if you pull it up, their address actually says Spring.
Yeah, Spring or Conroe.
Yeah. No, it actually says Spring.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. But it's the Woodlands.
Right.
Patty said some of those old wrinkles on the vacuum cleaner can be rather wicked.
Yes.
Right. Exactly.
It's like R2-D2's attacking you.
Shoulda said, no saw or vacuum cord injury for me. I just went to bed last night and woke up to my right shoulder inflamed. No reaching with that arm today.
Oh, no.
Don't you hate that we're now at the age, if you sleep wrong, you know about it?
Yeah, that's where that one meme I saw the other day on Facebook, they said that too. You know you hurt yourself because the way you slept last night.
Right. But then you can see a kid that's like a position that you're like, if I was in that, I would just be buried the next day.
Right. I'd just be permanent.
And then they get up and they're all like, nothing hurts. And I'm like,
show off.
Like, your head's not supposed to be laid that way.
Right.
Rickwood said, I wonder how that would taste with the pickle, ham, cheese, and bacon, and then stick them in the air fryer.
Ooh.
Well, try it.
Maybe
do
that's
it.
What you need to do Friday night.
Do it and find out.
Report back, please.
Yeah. I like this because it's all cold.
Yes.
So on, during the day, I like something cold and refreshing. So it's kind of, I was having salads, but now I'm going to have this. Tweet Q Cat said, I always get my salsa at Aldi. Pretty good stuff and very reasonable price. Yes. Those little roll-ups would be a good meal. Yummy. Yes. Yeah, that I couldn't believe that's a pretty big jar for like $1.75 for salsa. Mm-hmm. Lisa said, I just dropped a glass bottle of avocado oil.
Oh, no.
That I just bought at Sam's on my big toe.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
Lisa, I'm sorry.
Did the glass break?
Yeah, did it break?
Did your toe break?
Yeah, is your toe okay? Because I bet it's the same one we have. Yeah. That avocado jar. I bet it's the same one. That's a big, thick jar. Oh, Lisa.
He's trying to copy Dustin, though, because he said he dropped something on his toe earlier today. He posted about it, crying about it on Facebook.
Oh, my goodness. Lisa said, my dad's new wife makes him rolled up with pickle with mayo. Sounds weird, but it's really good. It does. It is really, really freaking good. 22Q Cat said, ears, toes, electrical cords, we all have to be careful. I'm saying.
Right?
We're all having too much. Oh, Lisa said she's afraid to look at
challenge. That's our new challenge for the month.
Right?
No accidents. We need to post that in the video. So many days, like you're doing the restaurant or the businesses, so many days without any accidents.
Right. Brenda S is here. Hey, Brenda. She goes, we used to make that with cream cheese and called it Midwestern sushi.
Oh,
that would be good too.
With the pickle? Wow.
Yeah, the pickle, the cream cheese, and the ham. That sounds good.
Okay.
And
that's what we're going to do Friday night then.
What a perfect keto meal as well, right? You really don't need the bread. Patty said, we have been eating out of the freezer for a bit now, and I've gotten down about halfway.
Nice.
We leave it 12 days. Plans are to buy half a cow and half a pig upon return. Wow.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome, Patty.
That's very awesome.
Wow. And 22Q Cat said, and shoulders. I know. We're hitting almost every part of the body, y'all. Right. Patty said, fairly confident with another 23 days of eating from the freezer, it'll be empty. Only grocery shopping I'm getting is fresh veggies and eggs. That's perfect.
And you're clearing it out before you leave on your trip, so then you can leave it unplugged and let it thaw the whole time. It won't be running down your bills, too.
Oh, that's there awesome. You go. Melissa K, hey,
howdy.
Said my brother-in-law's grandmother and other relatives live in Jalisco. Oh, how nice. My sister said the food was incredible. His family lives in a small town. They butchered a pig and made everything from scratch.
That's awesome.
You know that's
is that
good.
How you pronounce it? Is that how you pronounce that restaurant then? Type it out for him.
Oh, okay.
Well, copy paste or whatever.
Probably.
Do you know how to spell it?
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's probably how you
I think that's how you spell it, but I don't know for sure.
Well, that's how you spell it.
I mean, I think that's how you pronounce it.
And but have you had a chance to visit, Melissa? 22Q Cat said 11 years. I know. So I heard this joke from Josh Johnson. I see him all the time on my reels. He's hilarious, y'all. And he was saying that a buddy of his, he said back in the day, people just got married, right? At really young ages. And he said these grandparents had gotten married, and at the time that the granddad passed away, it was like 62 years. And he was like, 62 years. So, people ask, when you hear someone's been married that long, what's the success to marriage? And she said, well, the first year is lust. The next 10 years are love. After that, it's spite. And I'm like, that's us. After this year, it's going to be spite, baby.
Whatever.
It was hilarious. I was like, oh, especially since we're at the 11th year. L. Strange said, maybe we can eat there when I come out in September. Definitely. Yes.
When? Because my birthday's in September. That'll be perfect.
Melissa Kay said, near the airport, they got Betta at a place he knew. She said everything she's tried since is disappointing.
Oh, wow. Right,
exactly. When you try stuff, like we love ceviche, but honestly, nothing has lived up to the ceviche we got in Colombia.
No.
I mean, we were just right there watching them make it fresh, and it had, like, one of them we got had octopus in it, and it was just everything we ate. I was just like, and telling the chef there, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so good. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's delicious. And yeah, other ceviches, it's just the freshness you can't beat, and then the flavors. It's like that. Remember from what's the cartoon you like?
Which one?
Hank.
Oh, King of the Hill.
King of the Hill. Remember the neighbor? She was like, it's nutmeg was her secret ingredient. Remember?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like that, right? Like when you try like some really authentic food and you think, oh, well, I know, like they tell you, oh yeah, it's just this, this, and this. And you replicate it and it's like, no, there's something missing.
Right.
It's like, oh, it's nutmeg, but it's something, right? That like they add a little something. And I feel like a lot of times, when somebody, has always made it in their family, it's like, oh, I'm not going to tell the secret ingredient, right?
My grandpa used to always say, well, you just want to harden the tone right when you're doing it. Like he's...
Right? Right, exactly. Lisa laughing at me saying, no cap. Brenda S. said, we have a restaurant in our town that is owned by a family from Jalisco. So good. That is awesome. Oh, love some good food. Lisa said, it changed my notifications for the Radical Geek channel. Really?
Uh-huh.
Isn't that weird?
All the people you're following, or what do you call it?
Yeah, she's saying it equals YouTube. Yeah, Brenda F is here. Hey, Brenda, how are you? She said hello. Lisa said, I love The Rock.
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like I've enjoyed everything. I even enjoyed his little TV series. Remember?
Yes.
How he, the Young Rock.
Yeah.
I thought that was real good. Shauna said, oh my God, I saw the Jumanji one again on vacation with my friend. Super funny. And she said both 2 and 3. Okay. Because here's my thing. The original Jumanji had Robin Williams.
Uh-huh.
And like, I love Robin Williams.
He's another one too. I like everything he ever did. Well,
there was one that was really weird.
Okay, well, let me rephrase that then. He was good in everything he ever did. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the movie was good.
Right. So that was one of the things is I was like, well, do I really want to watch it since Robin Williams? But we'll probably watch it then.
Uh-huh.
Lisa said The Rock is great in Jumanji. Okay.
He's great in everything.
Shauna said, yeah, the guy singing was a bit off key too.
Right.
Probably. Toy Tiki Cat said, YouTube better not ever totally unsubscribe me from this channel. Then we'll have a fight. And they'll be scared then. Oh, I bet. They'll be like, don't do that. Maybe they'll change their whole policy, Lynn. They'll be like, well, because of Lynn, we're going to stop doing that.
And while you're at it, if you're going to be talking to them, tell them to slow down on these freaking ads. Right. They're so annoying.
Laura S. is here. Hey, Laura. She said, hi, everyone. I hope everyone is having a great weekend. I'm not doing good. Oh
sorry.
no. Lots of hip pain and hard to walk. Oh, I'm so sorry, Laura. That sucks. Oh my gosh. You poor thing. I know you've had a time with that. Do you think it's also weather related? Because I know we've been getting lots of rain.
Yes.
Does it hurt it? Shauna said, I need a sticker, HH logo, and we'll see what happened. Oh, well, see what happened was.
What
had happened was.
I actually got that from Fresh Prince.
Oh.
When he used to use that all the time on that show. Well, what had happened was.
Patty said, hey, my keto chow stash is actually starting to look like a normal person's amount. Not a raving lunatic's obsessive amount. It all fits in 2 tubs now. Wow, you're down to 2 tubs?
You know what that means then, right? I heard from Chris that means you need to make another order.
She's like, when we get back. Shauna said, I wonder who could make that sticker. I know. Who would be able to make a sticker that said that? Well, what had happened was.
I heard you can order them online.
Melissa Kay said, stripping and reconnecting the wires should work with that cord. My fiance had to do that a couple of times after our dog chewed through cords as a puppy. Then he wrapped it with electrical tape. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
And then also though, I also have a couple of like cords that I have on a reel. I need to replace the ends on them too. So I figured I can just carry them all over and do them all at once.
Yeah. Oh.
Bring you some steaks or something. I don't know.
Well, and the puppy's lucky. Hopefully the thing wasn't plugged in.
Right.
Poor goodness. Uncle Big Guy. Hey.
How you do?
Howdy, y'all. What's up, Shelly and Heath?
Just laughing at me, my rookie mistakes the other day.
Lisa said the glass didn't break, but the toe may be broken.
Oh, no, I'm so sorry.
I seen an elevating. Oh.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, Lisa. That really sucks.
Yeah.
And it is a big, thick, heavy bottle. Yeah. Even when it's empty,
right?
It's like you could still do damage like that. That's kind of like a weapon for the house, yes. Right? If somebody tries to break in, you just use that bottle. That'll do some damage. Rickwood said in September, my uncle and aunt will be married 70 years.
That's awesome.
They were 20 and 18. Oh my gosh.
Goals.
70.
Goals.
Woo, 70. You know, we would be over 100 years old to be married 70 years.
Yeah.
You think you can make it?
I'm a damn try.
Okay. Brenda S. said spite. I know. Don't you love that? It's just spite. Sean's like, here. Hey, Sean said hello, everyone.
What's that one comedian? I can't remember his name now. I've seen, but I can't remember his name. He said it's not
Bill.
No, not Bill. Once I tell you, you'll remember who he is. It's not similar likes. It's similar hates.
Joy. Moore.
Yeah, not Bill. Jay
Moore.
Yeah.
MOHR. Yeah, it's not It's not similarities. It's similar hates. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh! When we saw that, I was like, yeah. Yeah,
I love the bit because he's like, me and the wife are how we hate the neighbor or whatever.
No, they were going through Vegas and they were calling out people. They were like, would you look at that jack off? Look at what he's wearing. Like, oh, how disgusting. 2 days later, they're the same place. Oh, goodness. Oh, Lisa said September 7th, I think. I'm only out for one night. One night. So we got to make it the best ever. Okay, September 7th.
Because didn't you say you have one of your meetings here? That's why you're coming down? Your group's getting together here? In this, if I remember correctly.
Oh, and it's a Saturday.
Oh, it's even better.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Yeah. Oh, that'll be fun. Wow. Oh, I wonder if we get Renee to come up here.
And you know what we'll do, though? They won't know any different. I'm going to put in the reservation that it's for my birthday.
Right. 2ATQ Cat said that's how they did it back then and stayed married forever, 70 years. That's awesome, Rickwood, right? They were just like, well, now it's for spite. Lisa said nutmeg. Right. Isn't that funny? I mean, I feel like it's something like that.
Yeah.
Melissa Kay said we were supposed to go down to Mexico in 2020. Oh, with them to take the twins, my nephews, to meet them, but then the pandemic happened.
Right.
And job vacation time issues, so haven't made it. Hopefully someday. Oh, yes.
Speaking of, I'm totally out of vacation days now. I used the last bit of it whenever Burl hit us.
Yeah.
But I need to be very focused and very cognitive of it so I don't burn them before our trip.
Yes.
Coming up.
Yeah.
That's what they're for. Because that's going to be around the corner before we know it.
Oh, I know. Because that really, if you think about it, that's August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Well, you only get your time at the end of the month, so you only have 7 months to accrue your week off.
Right.
Brenda S. said, I ate ceviche every day when we were in Belize.
That was good. I loved going there too.
So fresh and delicious. Yes. They used conch. Oh, I love conch. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Where was it? It was one. I don't think it was. Maybe it was Belize. Remember, there was one place where we got like a. Remember, we went to a shopping center and they made a conch ceviche. And they were like, "Oh, it's really good." Remember, she was like, "Your husband, he really wants to have it. He should eat it. He'll be good tonight." And she was just like.
But where were we? We were in Conch Republic when we got it, and
maybe that was it.
And no, but it was one where we were telling there was all the shells. And he's like, "Well, it's a shellfish."
Oh, but see, that was a touristy place we went to on the beach because our friends had gone there, and they said, "Oh, that's so good, and the beers are so cheap." But again, we were like, and this was pre-keto. We were like, but we're not big into buying drinks, right? So, but we went there, and we were like, "Oh, there's all these shells," and the girl
we were complaining.
Yeah, and the waitress, she was like, "Well, it is a shellfish." But the other place we went to, remember, it was his name was like Big Daddy's something.
Yeah, and that one was amazing.
Oh my gosh, that was really good food. And then the other lady, she had a stand and she was doing the ceviche, and she did it in those same little plastic things that we have. And she goes, "Oh, here, yeah, you take it back and it'll be good for your husband tonight." And I was like, "What is she talking about?" And you were telling me then. I was like, oh.
Thanks for the assist.
Right? Regarding Jumanji 2 and 3 are completely different types of movies. Okay. So it's like on the theme of Jumanji.
Yeah.
Sean said, I loved Robin Williams. Yes. He's one of my favorite comedians because of how crazy he was. Yes. Right. Yeah. He was just like so good at
ad-libbing.
Yes. Oh my gosh. He was so great. So Sharon said, hi all, just woke up.
Howdy.
Fell asleep after working in garden this morning. Wow. Well, I'm glad you got a nap in. You need it, Sharon. 22Q Cat said, yes, Robin Williams, the best. Oh, I know. He was amazing. Lisa said, I made a kefir keto couch smoothie.
Oh, wow.
With the strawberry cream. Ooh, that does sound good. The other day I made mine and I added the strawberry. Like the strawberries I've been getting at Aldi, y'all, have been so freaking good, so sweet, so juicy. So I took several of them and put it and blended it with the kefir, and I mean it was really good. But I bet with the keto, ooh, yeah, and I bet it gets it really thick too. Melissa K said, I wasn't sure about the newer Jumanji movies either, but ended up liking it. Okay. Nice. They just don't redo the old movie. They made it different, modernized with the video game versus board game. Oh,
that sounds cool too then.
Well, that's good. I think it's good when like directors and all that are like, oh, we want to redo this movie, but instead of redoing it, we want to take the theme and put our spin on it.
Like when they made the a lot of times they'll take TV shows and make them into movies, and they're just horrible. Like the prime example I think of right off the top of my head was Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh.
But at the same time, the TV show doesn't hold up either, though. You go back and watch it now, and you're like, what is this?
Well, sometimes I find
I grew up watching it.
Right. I find that about a lot of shows I watched in the 70s and 80s. I'm like, oh my goodness. Especially what my father watched. I was like, oh, the acting, y'all.
Yeah, but you hated it then too, though, probably.
Well, I probably did, yes. Lisa said, I'll sleep with a bottle of avocado oil in my pillow. Home protection tonight.
Just hope it doesn't land on your toe.
Right. Have it next to you. Sean said, Shell and I got married when we were 20.
Awesome.
Wow. So you'll be hitting that long 60, 70 years, right? Easily. Sharon said, Steph and I were 19 and 21.
That's awesome, too. How long have they been married? I don't remember.
Well, I mean, a while now,
Yeah,
a few
awesome.
decades.
That's
wow.
awesome.
Look at y'all getting started so early and being able to be like, oh, we're going to, 60 and 70. So you'll get to be Sharon and then Sean and Michelle. All of y'all will be the ones that people will be asking you when you're like in your 80s. They'll be like, so what is the secret?
Right.
So you got to start thinking about what that secret that you're going to tell young people when you're that, right? Because you got to tell them something to mess with them, right? You can't just be like, well, you just made it work. It's got to be something to make them go, wow, I didn't know.
Well, they tell you the better or worse. Well, there was a lot of worse.
Oh, what? I've never heard that.
Because I just said it.
Sean said, kids having kids, right? Rickwood said, some of the people I went to high school with got married right after high school, and they've been married 55 years this year. Wow. That's awesome. That is great. That is one thing I do kind of regret with Heath is that we didn't meet sooner.
Right.
But he wanted to stay on the south side for some reason. If he just would have ventured up here.
Or vice versa.
Oh, why would I go down there? I'm just playing. But yes, I do wish sometimes we met when.
Yeah, me too.
When I was in college and you were like doing your construction. Yeah. I'm like, can you imagine how different our lives would have been though? If we had met when we were like 18 and 19, or I guess 18 and 20.
Yeah. Yeah, wow.
Totally different life, probably. Probably just totally different.
We may not even talk back then.
Probably not. Because I would have been like, what? I don't know.
Oh, well.
Yeah. But that's awesome when you do find your person early in life, right? So I just told Heath next time I'll have to find him earlier.
Right.
Shauna said, I've never eaten ceviche. Is it raw? Yes. It's
technically it's raw, but it's cooked in the juices and everything.
Right. So seafood, that's why if you ever read a recipe and it says, marinate the shrimp or whatever in some kind of acidic like lime juice, lemon juice, and it says don't do it more than like 15 to 20 minutes. That's because the longer seafood sits in an acid, the acid actually cooks the seafood.
Right.
So yeah, ceviche isn't something, you're going to make it have leftovers because it's not going to be good as leftovers. So it's something you want to make fresh and eat fresh. But yeah, it's really good though. I think you would like it. Probably, I don't know if you do the octopus, but probably like if you do a shrimp and what's the fish?
Crab.
Yeah, crab is really good.
They use redfish a lot.
Redfish, yeah. Those are really good.
Those are the most popular.
Yeah. Terry B said, according to the country music song, to make a marriage last, you just give your heart and then stand by it. Oh, that's sweet. Let's see. And she said she'll eat shrimp if it's cooked, Shauna. And I don't think that it is cooked enough for me, just citrus juice. I mean, I think you'd be surprised. How about this? When you come and visit, we take you to that restaurant. We'll order ceviche because for sure we will eat the ceviche and then you can try it.
Right.
Oh yeah, Terry B said, haven't seen Mary T in a while. Hope all is well. She's probably busy in her garden.
Right.
But I know she has been active in the HH chat.
Yes.
So she's still around. I know that there was fires nearby. But it wasn't getting close to her. She could just see it off in the distance. But mostly she's been really busy in her garden, y'all. She's been having an amazing garden, just like Sharon. Elstray said, sorry, that was talk to text, and they thought I was saying ciao as in goodbye in Italian. I know, I was like, well, that's a different way of saying, ciao. That's so cute, though. Ciao. Sean said, I always joke around and say, I married an older woman. People can't believe that Shell's older than me. She's 2 days old. 2 days. She's 2 days older than you. And I bet you melt that for every hour, right? 2 days older. Wow. That is hilarious. I think he went to the restroom. 22 Cat said, oh dear, if I had got married and had a kid at 18, I'd be the mother of a 47-year-old. If I had gotten married. Oh, wow. No, laugh out loud. Right? That is something, right? When you think about it, you're like, oh my gosh, how did I become have a 47-year-old now? Wow. Sharon said, we started dating in 1982 and married in 84.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, that's so cute.
I love that. I'm still here. I'm just trying to go put up my medicine.
22Q Cat said, it'd be like me having Shelly or Heath as my kid. That's right. That's right. That's exactly it. See, when people say 47, I still can't believe I'm in my 40s, y'all.
I don't feel like it.
It doesn't seem right to say that, because I remember growing up and going, oh, those are like real adults. When you're in your mid 40s, you're a real adult. And there are times I don't think I'm an adult. Not that much of an adult.
I'm past the mid 40s.
I know.
Oh, that video I edited this
You could
morning?
be Lynn's kid. And then Lynn could be my mother-in-law.
All right. The video I edited this morning, that little symbol right there, the P thing hanging up, wasn't even on there yet. We hadn't got that. That's how old that video is.
Oh, wow. Do you mind refilling my water? It might need a little more ice. That would have been something. Sean said, well, our oldest is 33.
Oh, wow.
When Shell went back to school 12 years ago, everyone thought that Kevin and Shell were married. We got a real good laugh, especially at Kevin's face. Ooh, that's my mom, right? I bet.
See, but that's a compliment to Shell.
Right.
You looking young.
I hope she loved all of that, going, yeah, look at me. I look like...
She's like, I still got it.
I'm still the age of all these people just getting into college. Look at me. That's awesome. Keeps her young, right? Melissa Kay said, most of the people I know that got married right after high school are on their second marriage.
Some of mine are on the third or fourth.
Right? Or single parents. I didn't know who I was at 18. By the time I met Adrian, I knew myself and had more self-worth. Yeah, that was kind of me too. But I always was like, when I was younger, I was like, I'm not getting married till I'm in my 30s, because I wanted to do what I wanted to do.
Well, see, mine was, I was never going to get married. My rule was, it was going to be date, die. That's the way I was going to live my life. And then I found this one.
Yeah.
And then
life got better.
Yes.
Yeah, and that was my whole thing, because I dated some losers when I was like 19 and 20. Oh my gosh. So that's why, like, y'all that found your person that young, that is awesome, because you to me, what am I supposed to be doing?
Get those two out. I can't.
Oh.
If you want them. Exactly. But I trust you doing it, though, because you already broke it once. It didn't break when I was doing it.
Wow, y'all. Something's going to break, all right. Because I dated some real losers at that age. Like, real losers.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
Like, okay. Maybe people don't enjoy that. So yeah, and I think it just depends on the person, right?
Oh,
we just broke it.
I guess we have to go back to the dollar store and get another one. Well, that one's just gonna live there.
Yeah, that's usually what I do. I just pour water on top of it again. Sean said we started dating in 87 and got married in 91.
Wow.
Wow. Oh my gosh, you guys. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know, like I know one couple in high school that dated in high school and they got married afterwards. And they've had, I think they had 2 or 3 girls. And they're still together. Last I snooped.
I blame you, Lisa. This thing you got her takes a whole ashtray to fill up.
I love it, but it keeps the ice forever. Like it stays in there a good 24 hours. So thank you. It's so good, y'all. And I got me some more of the Aldi Italian sparkling water. So I'm going to put one in the freezer so I can have a slushie tonight. And I was thinking, look at me being all extra. So he got the water enhancers and it's a strawberry watermelon. So I was thinking I might squirt a little bit of that in there.
Before you freeze it?
Before I freeze it, it'd be almost like a real slushy then. What do y'all think?
I want one too. Right? Oh, that was dumb, Heath. Why did you do that?
Because you love cleaning the counters. And then Shauna said, nice. My person is me and quite happy. Well, that's awesome. And that's really good. You should. And I think that's great too. When you know yourself, you don't need to put up with somebody else to be happy. Be happy with yourself, right? And I think that was part of my journey too. Like I had to find that I was happy being with me. And therefore it had to be a special person for me to be like, oh, I'm, you know, instead of just being with myself, you know, to be with someone. Like I tried to say that when I met Heath, I even told him, I said, I'm not looking to get in a relationship. I'm just looking for fun. That's it. I'm not trying to have a relationship. And he was like, oh, same thing for me. And
I'm just looking about right now. I'm talking about tonight.
Right. That's basically it. And because I was like, Shauna, I was happy.
I don't even know what flavor it is.
It looks like chocolate mint.
Oh, that's even better. It's my favorite.
Well, here, wait. Did you make sure this is on all the way? There. Yeah, there. I was just like, I'm not gonna get. It would have to be a special person. So he is a very special person, right? And Twitchy Q Cat said, "That's me. That's right, me too. Happy. Well, good. See, I love that too." Laura said, "Oh, Shelly, sounds amazing. Doesn't that sound good?" I was like, that would be nice. Try that. And I got maybe my wonderful husband. Oh, you have to plug it in, dear. I've been unplugging stuff. Does anybody else do that? Because I was reading about how much, like you could buy a device and it'll tell you how much electricity something is using. And I was like, well, instead of spending money on that, I just unplug stuff that I know we're not going to use every single day. So I unplugged the creamy because I'm like, he hasn't used it in a few weeks, so why? So I unplug things constantly. So it's probably not Heath's favorite thing because he'll be like, oh, you unplugged it again. I'm like, yeah. And when we go on vacation, I go around and unplug like everything that I can.
She makes me open up the cabinets above the range and unplug the microwave.
Right. I like unplug it all because if something happens, I feel better if things are unplugged while we're gone. What?
It's 2 rooms away. It's still that loud.
I know. Tweety Q Cat said, I feel like Helen Reddy. I am woman. Hear me roar. Ha ha. If you know the Helen Reddy song, independence is great. Right. Exactly. That I was very, very independent prior to you. Was pretty much, right?
You still are. What are you talking about?
Because this was my house.
Yeah.
I already had the house. and I had my job, everything. I was set. That's why I was like, it took somebody special for me to be like, okay, let's do it. And then that was only like 4 weeks in, and we're like getting married. ToyTQ Cat said, have you been listening to the Under the Media, Shelly? They unplug everything. You know how they are. Yes. And I did hear her say that because they get the device to test everything. Again, I'm not going to pay money for a device. I'll just unplug stuff. So yeah, I do, but I don't think I do it to the extreme that they do, because they're like, they just like the coffee pot and everything. And it's like, if it's something like the air fryer, we use the air fryer almost every single day, right? Because you use it mostly for your breakfast.
I used to. I'm using.
Oh, well, we use it regularly, so I keep that plugged in, right? And I don't know, some other things I do keep plugged in, because I'm like, I don't think. And plus, aren't they the ones that turned their AC up to like 85 during the day? Like, that's just crazy to me. I would not be comfortable with my house being in the 80s. Oh, that's just too hot for me. I know some people love that, but I have to be comfortable. I will pay for my own comfort. Melissa Kay said, I think too many people expect a relationship to define them and fulfill them. That's too much pressure. You need a partner where you complement each other and make each other better. I love that, Melissa.
That's awesome.
That's perfect. Yes, I love that. Rickwood said, so are you unplugging your TV every night? That takes a lot of electricity.
Actually, no. The one outside, I think it's still plugged in, though.
I thought I had plugged that
one. I remember. I haven't plugged it back in. I haven't checked it. I don't know how long.
Yeah, I thought I had unplugged it a long time ago. All of that right there. No, we don't. But isn't this on a
surge protector?
Surge protector. So you could just turn the surge protector off every night. But honestly, we don't. We don't. That's what I mean. I'm not as like hardcore as Under the Median, where I'm constantly unplugging everything. I don't do that. And when I say when we go on like a vacation that I unplug, I don't unplug like the stove or the washer dryer. They're still plugged in when we leave.
Right. It'd be a lot more hard.
Because that's harder to get to and unplug it.
Right.
And I feel like Under the Median probably does that. Like, we're going to keep these unplugged until we need it, you know?
No.
Whereas, no, I don't do that. And like, I have a couple of my Scentsy stuff, the plugins, like the ones from Bath and Body Works and my Scentsy ones, the wax melt ones. But I looked them up and it says they're only pennies a day if you leave them in. So I'm like, I'm not going to worry about it then. So yeah, could I be stricter? Yeah, I could definitely be stricter, but also there comes a line, where's your sanity, right? I don't want to be spending every night unplugging everything and then getting up every morning to plug it back in, right? So ATQ Cat said, I'm just teasing you, Shelly. I'm unplugged stuff too, but just things I rarely use. I'm not getting all crazy about it. Yeah, I know you're just teasing.
Or you, because the next step you'd be those people like that are reusing their mouthwash and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Has anybody seen that show Cheapskates?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that crazy about things. Again, if it's something like, I just did notice that it had been a while since he used the creamy, so I unplugged it. I'm like, why are we going to plug it in? And who knows when he'll use it again, you know? And so things like that. And like the other day, I don't use my printer that much, so I ordered my Nespresso machine. They're both in a surge protector, so I just turned the surge protector off.
Nice.
And I'm like, well, then when I want to use the printer or my Nespresso, I can turn it back on. But until then, like, okay, it's not a big deal. Charlotte said, if I could reach the plugs for most things, I would, but I'm not resetting the clock on my coffee pot every evening, etc. Air fryer lives on my island unplugged till time to use it. Right. Like, there's some things you're just like, I'm not going to be having to reset that or see it flash all the time. And she said, my smart TV has to reboot itself if it gets unplugged. Big hassle. Oh, yeah, that would not be fun. ToyTQ Cat said, if I spend an extra $20 a year to keep things plugged in, I'm not stressing about it. Right. Because sometimes I feel like Under the Median, like, I don't know, the last one I listened to, I was like, You're really nickel and diming here. Like it's like there's a fine line, right? Between being frugal and being cheap. And I'm like, they're really pushing that line there. I guess maybe I'm kind of on Remy's thing, like, what is your rich life? Right? Like, let's not just be cheap to be cheap. Like, what is it you value? And it's like, okay, like, I'm not going to put my AC on 85 just to save more on our electric bill to get it down another $20. Like,
Right.
no,
I would
it's
rather
worth
be-
the $20 for me to be comfortable.
Right.
That's my rich life. I want to be comfortable. I grew up for years without air conditioning. I don't ever want to do that again.
Creature comforts is very high priority for me.
Yeah, exactly. So those kind of things. And I kind of feel like Ramit says too, you know, don't always think about how can I cut. What are ways you can increase your earnings? You know, what are things you could do to bring more money in? So like investing and, you know, like our YouTube channel, you know, your little side hustles and stuff, you know, do those type of things to find ways to increase money without really having to work a whole lot more, instead of focusing on, well, if I unplug this, it'll save me $20 in a year. You know, like, come on, I could make more money by just scanning my receipts to make up for that $20.
What I love about too, that scan your receipts thing, I always find receipts left in a basket.
Yeah.
Or like we'll get gas and the receipt will still be on there. I get those. She scans those also.
Yeah, like
they don't know.
Right now with Fetch, I just cashed in a $50 Amazon card. My Zogo app, I'm up to $25 I've gotten from Zogo. And then my receipt hog, I'm almost up to 15. No, I am at $15. I'm trying to get to the $25 mark for receipt hog, and then receipt pal. I'm less than 400 points away from a $50 Amazon card with them. And so once I have those, there is a nice trash can, because I'm thinking part of the fly problem is because we have the what is it called again? The type of trash can. But anyways, it's not like it's not like an enclosed trash can. So I thought, well, if I get one of those odorizing trash cans that are completely sealed, maybe that would help too. Because then, you know, the trash can's right by the back door, so they probably smell it, you know, when they come in. I don't know. I just thought maybe it'll be better if we get one of those nice trash cans.
I've had an odor to it. It tastes fine though. I don't know, I'm getting something right now. Because this is the one that y'all heard us talking about before. These were frozen. They were in the freezer when we had the storm hit us.
Yeah, so they thawed and then refroze.
Yeah. I think I need to mix some water into this.
Yeah, I always do a little bit of water and then run it on a mix. Sean said, I'm too lazy to worry about unplugging things. Exactly. Like, really? Unplugging? It gets a little extreme, right? Melissa K said, we don't put our AC up during the day. That would be terrible for the dogs, and it would take more electricity to cool it back down. And when it works too hard, it can freeze and stop completely.
Yes.
Exactly. And then also, it's like, well, I think for them, like they're saying they're keeping it 85. They're not going down to 60s at night. They're like going down to 80 at night, which to me is still horrendous. So I try to keep it, 76 during the day, 69 at night.
Because like I was telling her, the way she had grew up, I really feel like that was child abuse.
But I was, did you add water to it?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
And you said mix in?
Yeah, I do mix in. But yeah, that's too much. If you're trying to go, I think someone I heard before from an AC person, like more than 10 degrees in a day, that's really hard on the air conditioner. And this week, because of the rain every day, our air conditioning hasn't even come on during the day because the warmest it's got is 74 in the house. So again, insulation is like the best adulty thing to do. Like that has, I feel like, helped so much 22Q Cat said, oh my God, the mouthwash being reused. Nope. I know. If anybody watched that Cheapskate episode where they reused mouthwash, like, no, there is a fine line between frugal and cheap, and that is definitely cheap. Like, don't be doing that.
And crazy.
Right. Rickwood said, I unplug things like the air fryer, but I leave the coffee maker plugged in. I do leave the computer unplugged, mainly to protect it in case of a thunderstorm.
Right.
We do get lightning strikes nearby. Right. You do have to watch that, with the surges and everything. So we try to use surge protectors on anything that's like our computer. Well, our work computers have to be on a surge.
Yeah, but my work computer, they sent me a surge protector for it, and your coffee is plugged into one right now. Your coffee pot behind us is plugged into a surge protector. That's what that strip is. The power strip is a surge protector also.
I didn't think the coffee was actually plugged in. I thought it was my...
This guy, the grinder.
Oh, the grinder, yeah. Yeah, and what I heard in this one under the median said is if you use a surge protector, then that way you don't have to unplug the individual. You just turn the surge protector off.
Right.
So, yeah, you could do that. But my work computer, I turn mine off every Friday night. I could shut it down completely and turn off the surge protector for the whole weekend. It's a little bit harder for Heath because, like, I'm off 2 days in a row, so it makes sense to just, let it go. But, like, he has different off days, so it'd be only off for one day, separately.
My company told me not to do that.
Yeah, and his company said no.
They are always sending us updates.
Right. And with him, like our company, because most people work Monday through Friday, so if they are doing an update, we do get an email that'll tell us, hey, we're going to update on this date, so please make sure your computers are left on.
And plus with mine too, because we're 7 days a week. I only get off those 2 days a year.
Right.
We're only closed. Because the rule is if the stores are open, our department is open.
Melissa Kay said a lot of new electronics are designed to be energy efficient. I'm not too worried about things being plugged in. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. To me, that's just nickel and diming. Some things it does make sense, right? If you're like, okay, I only use that once or twice a month. That makes sense. But on things that you're going to be using at least on a weekly basis, don't worry about it. Sean said, I go down to my sister's house in Georgia, and she has the thermostat set at 78.
Ouch.
I go into the spare room and turn the ceiling fan on high and have to sleep with no shirt on. She keeps it even that high at night? Oh, my gosh. That's, Whew,
that just tells me she don't want you staying there.
Right? She's just like, you can't. Don't visit too often.
Right.
20Q Cat said, if I really, really couldn't afford it, I would make bigger cuts, of course, but I've worked hard for all these years, and I deserve to be comfortable. Thankful I can afford what I need and want. Exactly. There you go. Shada said, I am so bad with those receipt apps. Oh, is it just like you forget to use it? Like forget to do it? Sharon said, I don't unplug stuff. I have surge protectors on electronics. There you go. What? Is it good?
Yes. For the receipts, though, you even do it a step further. You scan them on your account and mine.
Well, you can't do it on everything.
Yeah, but as many as you can, you do.
Yeah. Let's see here. Everybody talking back and forth. Sean said, I would complain about how hot it was in the house when I was growing up. My dad would say, when you own your own home, you can set the thermostat to whatever you want. I took that to heart. Exactly.
Right?
You're like, it's my house.
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely us. Like we like it cool, like in the 70s. We don't want it, and then at night in the 60s.
What I love is I set it every morning and reset it to 76, but I have yet to see it drop below 72 in this house.
Well, it's 74 usually when I get off work.
Still.
Yeah. Now, a couple days when we were having 100+ degree weather, it did get to 76, and I did hear it come on. But like this week, because of the rain, yeah, it's been like 74. So it's like, oh, that's nice. Then,
very nice.
That's all day that it didn't turn on.
Uh-huh.
and then
We didn't do
quickly,
it.
and then I do, and I don't know if this is sufficient. Y'all tell me, is it better? So it's 76. Is it at say 4:30 to just turn it off to 69, or is it better to do? I do increments, so I do like 74 at 4:30, and then about 6 o'clock I do 73, 8 o'clock 72, 9 o'clock 71, and then finally at bedtime I turn it down to 69. So it's like a slow decrease. What do you think is better on the AC overall? That's how I've been doing it. It's just like a slowly decreasing it.
It tastes fine.
Oh, well, good.
Awesome.
Shauna said, I saw a meme. If you keep your thermostat at 75 or above, don't invite me to your terrarium, you cold-blooded lizard.
Right.
Exactly. Or was it warm-blooded? We know what you mean. Yeah, exactly. Like, when they said 85, I was like, oh, okay, we ain't going to visit there.
Right.
And which I guess is kind of neat. They still eat, they're vegetarian or vegan, so they eat a lot of bread and stuff, and they reuse the bread bags for trash bags and stuff. I mean, I guess, but I'm like, well, we don't ever do that. Like, they were giving tips. I was like, yeah, but if you don't buy bread,
there's another tip,
right?
What?
Oh, that's right. Because Sean was saying, his sister, it keeps it warm, said the weird thing, she has MS and she always complains about being hot and has her menopause fan going full force. I'm like, turn the AC down. You won't be hot.
Right? I don't understand that.
Yeah, because that's also one of the reasons we do keep it cooler is because of heat's MS, because he easily gets warm. Like, I'll be cool or even cold, but like if he's busy doing stuff, like he's running around, running around doing stuff in the house or what have you, he'll be like, oh man, I'm so hot. And I'm like, okay, the AC's already low.
That's also why we sold our hot tub.
Yeah.
I can't use it anymore.
Right.
That is weird. She has heat flashes like that, and then she just...
Yeah. I wonder if it would help her if she did just even lower it a couple degrees.
Sabotage. I don't understand.
Yeah. Because that's such an easy fix, right? Instead of just having it full force, like turn the AC down a little bit. Because sometimes we even get real hot at night, and I'm like, oh, even at 69 at night, it seems sometimes warm because somebody's like a freaking heater. Sharon said, for us in the summer, we keep the temp at 72 and don't change it. Winter, we allow the house to cool down at night and then warm up during times we're around. Well, that's good. Yeah. So you just are like 72 and then it's just set. So 24/7, it's at 72. Well, then your AC just is basically, just staying at the same all the time. That's probably really good for it.
Yeah.
Tweet to Kit said, I just looked at the temp and it's 77 in my house. Oh my gosh, girl. Oops, but I'm perfect because I get chilled. When people are over, I turn it down and put more clothes on because I know I'm the weirdo.
That's just being a good host.
Yeah. Well, and if you feel cool, like I will feel cool a lot of times. It's just at night, I like to be cold at night because I also use a blanket. So it has to be colder at night because of the blanket. Like I even told Heath, I was like, we could take the blanket off and we would be cooler, but I just like the comfort of the blanket.
But see, I usually have the ceiling fan on in my office. I usually have it on high, but I got to get cold today and turn it down to medium.
Wow. Yeah, that's what I have to do. When I'm not in my office, I do keep the fan on high because I heard that the AC vent, you want to do that, keep the door open in those rooms and the fan on high, then that way it helps circulate the air and kind of push it into like the hallway and so forth to keep the cool air spreading. So I keep that in our guest room on high, but then in the day, when I work, then I turn the fan down to medium because when it's on high, well, first of all, I don't like working and having my hair like that bothers me. Like So I do turn it down, and I do get chilly though, especially in the morning. I'll be like, oh, it's really cool.
Right.
That's why it was kind of hard to buy. When I was looking at Home Goods yesterday and looking at their blankets, I was like, oh, like I love this one blanket. It was super, super, super soft. But I was like, but when am I going to get to use it? Not until like December.
For the one week.
Right. And I've got so many blankets.
Mm-hmm.
Rickwood said the temp is 74 right now. Nice. In the winter, I run the heat around 71. Cooler in the winter, warmer in the summer. But I guess I'm up and really moving around, I get chilled. Right. Unless I'm up and really moving around, I get chilled. Right. Exactly. I try my best not to use our heater for as long as possible during the winter time, because we don't really have much of a winter here. Again, it's like 1 week, but we try not to use it and just let the house enjoy being cool.
Right. Because I told her it's easier for her to warm up than it is for me to cool off. You can always put clothes on and put a jacket on or whatever. I can only take so much off.
Yeah, I'm just going to read. Sean said, yeah, my other sister is the exact opposite. Her AC is set to 65. Oh, I love her. She lives just outside of Baltimore. I bring a long sleeve away shirt when I go to her house. I don't complain. Right? You're like, wow, this, especially you go from one sister to the other, and you're like, okay, this is good. This is how it should be, right? Mm-hmm. 20 Tiki Cat said, no humidity here today. Oh, and also no sun today. So 77 honestly isn't hot to me. Right. If you don't have the humidity, because that's really where it messes things up.
Right.
Matreya's here. Hey, Radical Geek. She said, hello. One super tired Matreya popping in. Well, how did the moving go? Was it a success?
Yeah, did it finish?
Okay, so it says here in ours today, where do I see how much humidity?
I think down there at the bottom.
Okay. Oh, humidity, 77%.
Oh, wow.
It says it's 84, but feels like 97. Wow. And I still don't understand the whole feels like. It's like, then why is the temperature 97 then? Why do we have to do this feels like? Just say it's 97. Like, how does it 84 but feels like? Like, shouldn't that be what it is? I don't understand, y'all.
I just thought about this.
What?
I add the strawberries to this.
Oh, there you go. Wow, look at you. Radical Geek said, our AC is at 73. I would love to lower it, but it's too expensive. Oh, goodness. But 73 is good. That's a good temperature. And then what I use is the little knife. If you get me the little... the little knife? Yeah. Matreya said, yes, all the furniture is moved and a lot of unpacking is done. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. Laura said, we have a window unit, 70 during the day and 65 at night. Oh, nice. I've been doing long fast and I stayed cold. I put on a flannel shirt on during the day. Oh, how nice, Laura. Ooh, yeah. See these strawberries.
Mm-hmm. And I figured I was going to put all the trash right there. No, I was going to empty it. Well, actually, we're going to finish it off with the lid. That's fine. We're going to finish that container off.
Do you want like the strawberry sliced?
Yes, please. Or chunks. Either way. Dealer's choice. I wonder if I should just do it by hand or if I got to go actually go back in there and do a mix in.
Well, it's up to you, I guess. Top each one or something. Each bite or something.
That's what I do. Yeah. But anyways, let me do that while you handle that thing. I'll cut them up while you work the computer. That way we're not ignoring our guests.
Well, maybe I want a strawberry or two, too.
Okay. Well, we just keep eating them. Because I don't even know. I think this is the chocolate core.
Oh, really? I thought it was the mint.
I don't taste any mint.
Okay. Well, it looks kind of like a mint.
Here, you tell me.
No, that's all right.
Huh.
Rickwood said it's not Shelly. Humidity makes a big difference in the feel. It obviously does. Terry said, it feels like it's related to the added humidity. Right. I mean, I know the humidity, but I'm just saying, so why not just say the temperature is 97? You know, like to me, if you're like, oh, what's the temperature today? Factor in the humidity and everything and just say, oh, it's 97. Because it doesn't matter if you tell me it's 84, but because of humidity, it feels like 97. Just say it's 97 because that's what you want to know when you're like, oh, what's the temperature today? What does it actually feel like? That's what I'm asking. What does it feel like today?
Feels like death.
Mm-hmm. Sean said the humidity makes it feel warmer than it actually is. Yeah, it's horrible. That's what it feels like. Shauna said our humidity is at 69%. Not sure if that's high or unusual for here because I don't pay attention, right? They're like, well, it feels hot or it doesn't. Oh, wow.
Uh-huh.
Sharon's only got 23% humidity, but it's 90, but it feels of 96. Wow. Shauna said, plus, I'm pretty sure the giant fires up north are causing changes, so I'll just stay inside. Right, exactly. I'm sure that's got to play a part, right? Rickwood said, because the temperature is not 97. In Arizona, it's 110, but there's no humidity. So it doesn't feel like 110?
Okay.
Okay.
All I know is it feels like it hurts.
Sean said, it's like the difference between total and net carbs. It doesn't sound so bad with the lower number for the temperature, right? Right? That is kind of like what it is. Like your total versus your net carb. I just want to know what the actual total is.
I love ice cream.
These strawberries are so good. But last week, I got them for $1.49. But this week, they were back up to $1.89 a pound. So I didn't buy any more. So this is it. This is all the strawberries we got.
That's fine. That's all I'm eating today.
Oh, it is?
All of the strawberries.
What does it say? We're still trying to figure out what we're going to have for dinner tonight, right?
Let's go to Holisco.
No, we're not going there. We spent way too much this past week.
But I'm saving money because we're not going to the movies first.
22Q Cat said, I just told you my house was currently 77 degrees. Hey, want to stay here when you go on your U.S. tour next March? Well, probably not, but really, I turned it down for you. Aw, that's so sweet. That's so nice. I know, wouldn't that be fun? I think, let me see. Because I booked one of the hotels already, y'all. Let's see. Where are we at? I'm trying to find our little, oh, here it is. Meeting the Horde in 2024.
All right. You have those.
No, you have them. Okay. So, is anybody here in Memphis area? Because I think that's where we're going to stay the first night. And then I still need to find a place to have lunch in and around Elizabethtown, Louisville. Might be Louisville. And then what I booked was the place in Ohio, the Dublin. It's a Staybridge Suite. So I already got that booked, y'all. I think I got a pretty good rate for 4 nights. It with tax and everything came to just like 4 something. So I thought that was pretty good.
That one's yours.
And then in Indy, what I found in 22Q Cat, you can tell me if you've ever been here. It's called Cafe Patachu, Patachou. In Indianapolis. It was a pet-friendly place, and the menu looked pretty good. And then, yeah, that's it. And then we'll be heading to Springfield that evening And then I'm going to meet with my coworkers for dinner that night. And then the next day we'll be heading home through Oklahoma. So we'll get to see Patty. I think that's Monday the 10th. Monday, March 10th. Huh?
If she's not on another cruise.
No, she's not going on a cruise then. Melissa K said, it's been triple digits here for a while and will continue to be.
No bueno.
It's generally very low humidity, still feels incredibly hot, but it rained briefly a few times last week, which made it muggy. Yeah, that's the issue, is whenever it is hot and it rains, like a lot of times people are like, oh, good, we need the rain, which yes, we need rain. But then it just, like yesterday going out everywhere, it just, it felt like I was in a sauna the whole time, right?
Well, bad for me too. Anytime it rains, like as bad as it has, it makes my backyard into a swamp, leaves it muddy for several days after. And I have like 12 fence pickets I need to replace, but I don't want to go out there and mud to do it.
Right. Laura said, you have the date you're meeting me? I sure do. It is Tuesday, March 4th. March the 4th. And we're going to go to Tailgater's Burger Company. They have a dog-friendly patio. And meet there around lunch. I have 11:30 tentatively at Tailgater's Burger Company. And they look like they had some good options there. But what I've done so far, what we've done is we did put in a Dutch stop on the way. We're going to have to go through Nacogdoches and get our Dutch. And then we've been putting different Loves travel stop because a lot of the Loves has a dog park. So then we can let the dogs, use the restroom and run around for a few minutes and then get back on the road. And then plus that's good because while the dogs are having fun, Heath could go use the restroom as well. And, then it's like,
go get gas too.
And then get gas if we need to. So it's kind of like an all place. So we've been marking those down. And then that's why I was asking if anybody's in or around Memphis, because I think we're going to end up in Memphis that evening. And we have a place down for barbecue, but or wings, actually, because I found out Memphis is known for wings.
Oh, wow.
And so I found a place that they have habanero spicy wings in Memphis, but we're open to meeting if anybody's in Memphis as well. Mm-hmm.
I'm just giving them a warning. We're probably going to be talking about this trip until it happens.
Yes.
Things are basically fluid or whatever, because we can change if we need to, except for where we're staying.
Right. Oh, Laura said, yay, sounds great. Yeah, I'm so excited. So excited to meet you in person. And then we'll get to share, we're not going to share the burger, but, we'll have burgers and then hopefully the dogs will behave. One thing that Renee told me, and I completely forgot about this, when I had I still have Delilah. When I had Zoe was my Great Pyrenees, and I forgot at the time I had a gentle leader for her where it went over the nose. And Sam likes to just dart, right? He pulls. Even though I have a harness, he still pulls. Uh-huh. And she's like, oh, you need to get him a gentle leader. That way he'll stop pulling. And so I've been trying to go through the house because I generally don't throw away, especially pet stuff. And I'm like, I wonder if I still have the gentle leader for Zoe and can use that on Sam. But so far,
she was a bigger dog.
So yeah. But so far, I haven't found it. I did find on Chewy. Chewy has one, and it's only like $16. So it's not like.
Or do you trust it?
I don't know if I trust it. I trust Chewy better.
Yeah, okay then.
But I was like, well, if I don't find it, then I'll probably get it off of there, and then hopefully that'll be better, and he'll stop trying to just like pull because he's so strong, y'all. He's such a strong, muscular dog. Like
he's a horse.
That's why I have to be the one to pull him because he can just almost pull Heath over.
Right.
Okay, Tweety Cat said, I never heard of Cafe Patacho, but it looks like there are 3 locations. Do you know which one you're talking about?
Copy paste it to them. Sure.
Yeah, let's see.
Because we have a Google Docs and we have everything just charted out. So we put the exact address. Well, you probably have to go up in that. I was gonna say you could copy paste wow.
This mouse sucks. It like doesn't want to copy. There we go. Oh, this mouse, because we had a new mouse and
somebody dropped it. I don't know who that was.
And it just is horrible at. It's the one on 4901 North Pennsylvania. Let me just say it. That might be easier than me trying to freaking copy it. 4901 North Pennsylvania.
Can't you double click and it'll highlight the whole line though instead of doing swiping? Yeah.
Oh.
And then Control C.
There's the one. Well, come on, go. But if you have a better place, if you know of a better place that is dog friendly, let us know.
That's definitely what we're saying. It's fluid. We're not locked in on. The only thing we were for sure locked in on is where we're staying, where we already have the rooms booked.
Yeah. So if you know of a better place to go to, because you know the area, so if you know a better place that's dog friendly, then share with us. Tell us. Sharon said, at least a dry heat, when you sweat, it evaporates.
Right.
High humidity is bad because you don't cool down as well in a dry heat. Oh.
See, years ago, before we even got together, I used to work. They called me a I'm trying to remember the name of the job of. But it was a land surveyor's helper is what I was doing. But there was another term for it. I can't remember what they called it now. But I always thought my boss was crazy because he always wore wide brim cowboy hat, and then it was 3 degrees, 100 degrees outside, but he's wearing long sleeve shirts, and pants and boots, like the brush popper type. And he said the reason why is once you start sweating, the shirt and everything absorbs it, and the wind hits it, it actually cools you off that way. I was like, but getting to that point is what killed me.
Well, I will say with high humidity, at least your skin stays pretty supple, right? It doesn't get dry at all.
So needless to say, I didn't last very long at that job.
Who would have seen that happening?
Right?
Radical Geek said, I'm definitely excited. We're going to have so much fun. I know. I'm excited too. That's why I went ahead and booked the hotel. I was like, well, I know we want this hotel, and I want to make sure we've got a room. And then I was like, it is refundable. So, if the price goes down or whatever, I can always rebook it. Radical Geek said, I have heard good things about Cafe Patachu on the Gen Con groups, thinking about looking them up.
Oh, nice.
Well, it looked like they had a really good menu, especially because we were thinking, I think they would still have brunch available. So I thought that would be good. Shauna said, Patachu, isn't that a pastry base? I don't know. Maybe.
Google it.
Sean said, we made the mistake of going to the Valley of Fire one August. It was 110 at 10 in the morning.
Ouch.
It was going to reach 117 that day. We wanted to go see one rock formation, and the sand burned through our shoes. We turned around quick. Oh, that does not sound...
Through your shoes.
Wow. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. That does not sound fun at all. Oh, no. Brenda F. said, I wish I could recommend a good place in Louisville, but honestly, we don't eat out. And I don't know any keto places. And Lordy, I can't cook anything good. I've not been to the Brazilian restaurant. That's right. I think, let me see. Did we put for Louisville? Let's see.
Another idea we could do. Because I've done this before with some guys when we were working in construction. Instead of going out to eat, we just went to a local grocery store, and usually a lot of them will have a deli area or an area where you can sit down and eat, and you just go to the deli and get something and just make your own sandwich or whatever.
But the dogs?
Oh, that's true. I think. Never mind. That's not.
That's the hard part.
I
Is
forgot about that.
like there might be a great place, but we need to make sure it's dog friendly if it's for lunch. Now dinner, like when we're in Columbus, then dinner it'll be easier in Columbus because the dogs will mostly be at the hotel.
Well, another workaround for that, then we should go to the grocery store, grab a little thing like meat and cheese and stuff,
and meet at a park.
Yeah,
because we can do the pineapple stuff. But again, early March is kind of iffy on weather up there. You never know if it's going to be snowy or wet or what. But we'll figure something out. Radical Geek said downtown. Okay. And then Brenda F said, but I'm excited to meet you anywhere y'all think might be good. Oh, good. Well, I think there's Teresa's in Elizabethtown. And I feel like there's somebody else who's near that area that might meet us as well. Radical Geek said, I wish Fogo de Chao was dog friendly. Brazilian steakhouse, right. But
like you said, we can do it for dinner. We'll leave the dogs at the hotel.
Yeah.
And we can still go to dinner.
Well, but even in Columbus, we'll be able to once we're there.
Right.
It's just when we're traveling.
Yeah, that's right.
Like the first and second day as we're on our way to a hotel, then we have to have the dogs with us during the day.
Right.
Yeah. Melissa Kay said, at work we've been getting calls reporting abuse that 11, 12-year-olds and older are playing outside at 11 p.m.
Wow.
Ma'am, it's summer. It was 120 today. When do you expect them to be outside? Exactly.
But also, Maitreya, you had that other, was it the hot pot place or whatever she called it?
Yeah.
She's supposed to take us to also, though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm more excited about that than Fogo, but we have Fogo here.
Laura S said, hey guys, my husband's coming. Also, oh good. He doesn't eat like this. Will that be a problem if he orders carb?
No.
I know that could be a trigger for some. No, we're good with that. Have him order whatever. Yeah. No, it doesn't bother us at all. And we're not going to be
him, really.
Right. And we're not judgy like that. So like even if we go and have lunch or dinner and it's like a new place for you and you're like, ooh, I want to have that. Go right ahead. We don't.
I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I've been going off plan a lot lately, especially with pizzas. Remember?
Not a lot.
Like 2 or 3 times a week.
No.
Oh, my bad. That's what I thought. We'll go back to my pictures and everything.
I think you're just thinking that because we went to the movies twice this week, but you got a salad both times.
All right.
So.
So, it won't bother me. I'm just saying I may actually indulge in something like that while we're out. If there's something, like she was saying, if there's just something new I want to try and it's carby.
Sharon T. Hey, welcome, Sharon. I keep the thermostat at 72, 74 until we go to bed. Then I drop it to 68 because a girl can't sleep hot. Right. That is me. Yes. I need it to be nice and chilly at night to sleep. Because even then, now we've been keeping it at 69 during the summer. Now, when the burr months hit, I usually do go to 68 or 67. But even then, I still will wake up in the middle of the night getting hot and have to throw all the covers off to like cool down. Oh, yeah. Tell me about that.
Bought 3. She bought a 3-pack of these. I don't remember what it's called exactly. But you fill it with ice and then water. And it has a little insert that slips in here. I don't know. We keep it in the freezer.
Yeah. The only thing with this, like it's good, he can have one. Oops, turned it on. He can have one like by his workstation. So if he gets too hot, that's why I got it. So he can have a way to cool himself down.
But each machine came with one of these. And then you just insert it in there. You load. We pour ice in it first, and then water, and you slip this down over top of it, so then it blows over it.
Yeah.
And it has 3 settings, high, medium, and low. But then it also has a USB port on the back. That's what it charges off of.
Yeah, so that's great. Like for heat.
Oh, it just turned on.
Yeah.
The hair trigger on it.
But it's like great for heat. If he gets hot during the day, then he can that's just like an extra way to cool down. And then the only thing is by our bed, there's not a good place to put it to actually
blow on both of us.
Yeah.
So it goes across the room, but it still works.
It still helps. It helps, circulate some cooler air in the room. So that's always nice. But yeah, I need it to be cold at night. Radical Geek said, I didn't love the Brazilian steakhouse in Louisville. Right? They were,
Yeah.
yeah, they were a bit much, right?
Brenda, too proud of themselves.
Brenda F said, I can meet you at the Loves in Elizabethtown, but I plan to go to Columbus. Oh, good.
Or you can do both then.
Right? Right. Well, I know we'll probably for sure have lunch because he has to eat his lunch, y'all. And it looks like from Memphis to Louisville area, between Elizabethtown and Louisville would be the perfect place to have lunch. And then that'll give us time because we can hang out with y'all, chit chat, and then we'll head to Columbus and get there, because check-in's not till 3:00 anyways.
Right.
And that'll give us plenty of time to get there, check in, get the dogs settled again, get everything like unpacked, since we'll be there the longest, and then get ready to go see everyone that's in Columbus. So Sharon and Maitreya, meet up with them that Wednesday evening and have, a nice dinner out somewhere or at somebody's house. We're not saying we need to go out to eat for sure, y'all.
But we don't want to impose on anybody either.
Right.
But if you are willing and wanting for us to dine at your house, we can do that too.
Right. Or
a little bit to buy whatever you want to make.
Right. Or even, because the Staybridge has like a kitchen, so we can even, cook at our place if people want to hang out there. Right. That's fine too. So I just want to put it out there. We're not saying, oh, we have to go out to eat. We're fine. Like we said, we're traveling, the days, when we're meeting Laura, Brenda F, and 22Q Cat and so forth, and Patty. Those are days we're traveling, so we will have the dogs with us. So hopefully, as long as you're okay with the dogs, we're again fine with, going to whatever Kroger or wherever, get some meat and cheese and just hanging out at a dog park or a regular park where dogs can go. And just chilling out there, wherever. So don't feel like we're like, oh, great. I don't want to put a financial burden on anybody to feel like, oh, well, great. Now I got to go out to eat. No, don't put yourself in a financial burden. Yeah. Our main thing is we want to hang out with you.
Right.
But that'll be great. Go to Columbus too, because I know they're putting on a big meetup in Columbus, which is going to be on March 8th, Saturday, March 8th, and it's going to be at the lodge. And I know we have plans to cook and everything. Maitreya's going to cook. Sharon, I think, is going to cook. People might bring food. And don't feel like, again, you have to. We're going to make sure there's plenty of food for everyone. So don't feel like you need to bring anything. And it's just going to be a fun thing. Sharon, Shauna, Sarah, and Maitreya are really putting together some great swag options. So we're super excited about that too. Yes. So it's going to be fun. So if you can, Saturday, March 8th in Columbus, if that's something you maybe want to do a day trip, I know Sean and Michelle are doing a day trip for that, or anybody else, please welcome. Come hang out with everybody that day. That'll be the official meetup day. So if you want to take a day and do that, we'd love it. Maitreya or Laura said that's why she loves this group. Yeah, no keto or food police here. No. Exactly. Radical Geek said Fogo de Chao is indie. Oh, okay. Is indie. Okay. Brenda S said, what's the hotel you're staying at? I may fly in.
Oh, wow.
We are staying. Let me find it again. Here. Let's see if I can do this.
Like I said, just double click it. Well, that one, it might, because that's the link also, though.
Yeah. All right. Oops.
Because I also make hyperlinks in my thing because I use Google, what is it called? What's the
Google Doc?
Google Docs.
All right, here's the hotel we're staying at. Now it's in, oops, I didn't mean help. Why does it put the help? Look, the help's right there where I need to hit send. That's dumb.
Help me book it.
Okay, that's where we're staying at. And it's actually Dublin. And then Radical Geek said, oh, here, yes, K-Pot. Yes.
Because again, we're trusting you as a local, and you're opinion really matters to us.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, we don't know. We don't have anything down for the from Thursday and Friday. We don't have anything down while we're in Columbus. What we're doing those days, where we're going. Yeah, it's all up to y'all. 22Q Cat said Fogo de Chao here in Indy is bomb. I love it there. Okay. Oh, but they're not dog friendly.
All right. Well, that's for dinner. Well, what we're meeting over for lunch though.
Mm-hmm. And Sharon said K-pop for sure. Oh, good. Sharon T said, I live in Georgia. Power here is expensive. Oh, I was actually shocked because we moved back here after living in Florida for several years. Our electric bill was much cheaper in Florida than in Georgia. That's crazy.
That is.
Because I would have thought for sure that Florida would be more expensive for the power. That's crazy. I wonder why it's so much higher in Georgia. That's nuts. And let's see here. Brenda F said, does it mist?
Oh, that little machine? Yes, it does.
Does it mist?
Yeah, that's why you put this thing in there and it blows through it.
What? But does it feel like mist on your skin?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Radical Geek said, I'm trying to find a time next week to go to Fogo in Indy. I'm a bit overscheduled. Laugh out loud. Aww.
You know.
Right? Maitreya, you not having a full schedule? Shauna said, fill in HH on the road FOMO. I know. Shauna, I really think if you would be up for it, I know you can't get the time, but if you could, it would be fun. If you drove here,
yes,
and then we all rode together,
yes, but I don't know if it would be fun because of her and the dogs in the middle seats. I don't know if she would.
I think
she would like it for about an hour,
right? Then she'd be like, "Okay,
we need to get a trailer."
Sam and Delilah are too much now.
Well, I don't know if Delilah would bother. I think Sam would.
Well, but they would, because Delilah would be getting on to Sam because Sam has to move so much. Right. But wouldn't that be fun, though? In theory, it would be fun.
Because honestly, the only way to do that, we'd have to rent a van. So we'd have everybody have room. That's the only way to do it.
Sharon T said, I don't think we have Greystone. Our two choices are Georgia Power and Colquitt EMC. I live in Tifton, a small town. Well, do you have option? Energy Ogre is who I use, and they shop for the best deals. But I know they're not everywhere. So if you only have two options, that might be why. Because here we have, I don't know, millions of options. Now, Centerpoint is the actual electric company, but there's all these other companies you can go through, and they just pay a subsidy to Centerpoint. You'll actually see it on your electric bill. It'll say Centerpoint charge. So there's like a base to use Centerpoint and then whatever plan you have. Laura S said, funny thing, the other day I was putting you on and it was the one that your computer was down. My husband walks by and says, oh no, what's wrong with Shelly? I giggled to myself and thought he remembered your name. Mm-hmm. Wow. That's awesome.
Then we'll get the meeting?
Yeah, he's going to come. Awesome. Sean said, we're probably going to do a long weekend. That's a bit much for just a day. Right. Well, we'll be there we're going to arrive Wednesday evening. So we'll be there all day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we're going to leave Sunday.
If you're making a long trip, let's come stay at the same hotel with us. We'll be running into each other and everything.
That'd be fun, right?
Because she just put the link to the address for the hotel we're staying at.
Yes.
That'd be awesome.
Mary T said, hey, guys, glad I caught you.
Was it Sharon that was just asking about her? Or who?
No, somebody else was asking about you, Mary T. They want to make sure you were okay. I'm glad you're here.
Yes.
Brenda S said, awesome. 22Q Cat said, oh my God, I never thought about meeting at a park with Samson and Delilah. That actually sounds fun and great for them, but nothing wrong with the restaurant. I'm open to whatever. It's all about meeting you. Aww. Right? And you never know when it comes to the parks, right? How they're going to do. Because one time we took Delilah to one that we paid for.
Yeah.
And she was just like, yeah, I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah, we took her to like a really fancy dog park They had special areas where the dogs could go run and play in a pool and stuff like that. She cared nothing about it.
I know. I had to keep coaxing her to go out there.
We were more impressed with the park than she was.
I know. She liked the food, though, because
Yeah.
they had a special dog menu.
Yeah.
And she liked the food, but that was it.
Yeah. The park, she was like, whatever.
But wouldn't that be fun? Mary T says she always gets FOMO, too.
Aww.
I know. But next year, in 26, we'll be heading that away. Shauna said, yes, in theory, it would be fun, right? In theory. But like he said, an hour in, you'd be like, I can already hear Shauna. Okay, Sam, you need to calm down. Right?
Right.
She'd be like, I'm trying to drink my coffee here.
Oh, that's me. Yo, that's true, too, because he loved coffee.
Right?
That's true. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, they'd be fighting over that.
She'd be like, I'm trying to have my coffee.
That's true. That's what I'm saying. We'd have to get a van. Even then, I think she'd still be fighting with him.
Right.
He's a little bit.
Sean said, done. Oh, done. Oh, awesome. So you put that hotel down? Mary T said, I've been AWOL as I'm obsessed with making fountains. Oh, you made some more.
Oh, nice.
Today I used a turkey baster. So fun. And the baby birds finding them. Oh, how cute.
That's awesome. Pictures or it didn't happen.
Sharon said, I think we should go to K-Pot on the Thursday when you arrive in March. Okay.
Mark it out. She's put it on the list.
So not for dinner night. You want to go there Thursday for dinner?
Do me a favor, Sharon. Message us the address so we'll know exactly which one you're talking about. Because isn't it a chain up that way?
Yeah. And then, 2026... we are going to be going to the West Coast. So like Melissa K and of course, Mary T, Shauna, Coda.
Where's he at? Oh, he's working an event, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. But it looked like, cause I was like, well, if we can, cause I think the best route is if we head from here to basically Forks, Canada up there.
Oh, okay.
And doing that, I believe it made us like go through Vegas.
Okay.
And all of that. I think
last time we did it, we drove up through California. This way, you're talking about when we go down.
Right. Then we're going to come down the 10 or the Highway 1, whatever it is. Is it Forks, Washington, or it's Forks, Canada? Right? Oh, not Forks. I don't know why I'm saying it. Yours, Mary T. You're what? Forks or something? Yeah, that's it. Grand Forks, Columbia, or British Columbia. Let's see. That's why I'm saying for 2026, and we're going to be off for like 2 weeks to do it. Okay. Now that way it takes us through Denver.
Oh,
okay.
Good too.
But we got to hit Vegas is over here.
It's out of the way to go to Vegas.
Yeah. So we might hit Vegas. Let's see. Well, maybe we go through Albuquerque and then Vegas.
Do we have to go? Who do we know in Vegas? Who's in Vegas?
Melissa's in
that's
Vegas.
Right. Never mind. My bad. My bad.
Right? I thought you were Vegas. Oops. Well, you know what? I think it was because I also were saying we were going to go through Utah.
Yes.
So maybe that's because my other company is in Utah.
And we want to go visit Keto Chow.
Right. Let's just put Keto Chow and Draper because that's where my company's in Draper. Come on, click already.
Clickety click click. Why are you doing that? It's bothering. I'm gonna go run this. Oh, and I gotta use the bathroom too. Dang it.
Okay, there we go. All right, that makes us go right through Albuquerque and then figure out from there. Albuquerque, and then we'll head to Draper, and then eventually go to Grand Forks, and then we'll come back down through Portland, and then down California. And then maybe what we'll do is after California, Napa, and all that, then we'll head to Vegas on the way home. Maybe that would be the better route. We're still playing. I mean, that's 2026, y'all. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Rickman says, time for me to sign off. The dogs are wanting their supper, and I have to finish up mopping the kitchen floor. Everyone have a great week. You too, Rickman. Mary T said she'll post in Facebook. Good. Sharon said, it's the one on Bethel Road. I'll message you. Okay, thank you. Radical Geek said, wait on the address because the second location is supposed to open, and if it does, it'll be larger. Ooh. Okay, we'll put a little asterisk then. Shauna said Forks is in Washington, not Canada. Yeah, it's Grand Forks. I was close. I was halfway there. And Shauna said, I heard there was a K-pot near me. I'm hoping to find it. Oh, that'd be nice.
Google.
Mary T said, Grand Forks, right on the beautiful Crow's Nest Highway number 3 through the Kootenays and Okanagan. Okay.
Well, where's just Jason at? I don't remember where
he's more central Canada.
Oh, okay, then. I was just hoping.
Yeah. But I wonder, because is it a long line to get through? Like, would we have trouble going through the border, Mary T, with our dogs and everything? Right. Like, I'm trying to figure out, is it better to, drive into Canada, or is it better to meet you outside of Canada in the U.S.?
And what's easier for her, actually?
Yeah, what's easier for you? Alyssa K said, yes, I live in Henderson, work in Vegas. Okay, good. Yeah, so we might, just looking at the way back, we might then go through, and we would be it would be better to actually hang out in Henderson than Vegas.
Yes, it would.
Because we've had enough. Vegas. We've had enough fun in Vegas for a lifetime.
Well, okay, I just thought of something right now a minute ago. That one restaurant we went to, I want to say Arizona, but I'm not for sure, or was it Utah? It was a Mexican restaurant. We had the mole.
That's in Salt Lake City.
Okay, yeah, we need to go there too if we're going to Utah.
Yeah.
Because that place is amazing.
But yeah, I would much prefer, we can just hang out in Henderson. Sean said, did you say Homewood Suites for Columbus? No, it is the Staybridge Suites.
Yes.
Staybridge.
Put the thing in there again for him.
Yeah.
And tell him what room too if he needs it.
We don't have a room yet.
Oh, I thought you already booked it.
I booked it. They don't give you the
okay.
room.
My bad. I'm just a little excited.
Here, I'm posting it again, Sean. That's the name and the address. And Brenda F., I thought, 2025 is the Columbus trip. So I'm sorry, you guys. I'm talking about 2 trips here. 2025 is Columbus. So that's set in stone for Columbus in 25. When I'm talking about the West Coast, our plan for 26.
It's all for Shauna, too.
Yes. Sharon said, I'll have to check out that location. Oh, they're advertising opening in Sincus near Polaris. Oh. Mary T said they just changed the rules for taking dogs Canada to U.S., but not sure about the other way around. We now have to have microchip, proof of rabies, and a whole bunch of paperwork.
Okay, so we just need to do some research then.
Yeah, and a lot could change in 2 years.
That's true, too.
Shada said, HH 2026 road trip, a.k.a. Heath re-eats at all his favorite restaurants.
Basically.
Right. Melissa K said, we have some great local restaurants, a really nice dog park, and by 26, our house better be done so you can come here. Oh, Melissa K.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Well, okay, you know when you start doing them? We need to make another Google Doc just for that.
Yeah, we will. I feel like let's get through 25.
We already have one for this, right?
Yes.
At the very bottom, you put a line, put all the notes in there for 26.
Oh, okay.
It's already there.
Yeah. Brenda said, oh, gotcha. I started to panic. I have to ask off January 1st. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. And we did put in our Facebook group, I have our itinerary for 2025, and it is pinned at the top. So it's one of the featured items. So it'll have our dates on there and where we're going to be each of the times. Because
I was trying to do it, make it look kind of like a concert listing, like how, when there are different bands or artists are going, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll kind of look like that.
Let's see.
Should be pinned, yeah.
Yeah, if you just click on featured when you go in our Facebook group.
If your mouse works.
Right. And
It's supposed to be.
yeah, it is. And there's our affiliate.
Ah.
There's the splats. I could take this one off because it's no longer.
Sorry, Sharon. We're done with that.
Here it is. Meeting the Horde 2025. So we've got the dates on there, where we're going to be each of the days. And on March 8th, it shows the lodge meetup.
Yeah.
So that's all on there, each of the days, times, and where we'll be stopping. So if you're anywhere near any of those, again, please email us if you want to meet up with us. I don't want to pressure anybody. But like in Memphis, if you're near Memphis, because I feel like there was someone who is near Memphis and you want to meet up for dinner in Memphis, let us know. And if you have a better suggestion for, where to eat or what to do, let us know as well.
I think what we need to do is kind of, I'm going to make a post later for, just call it roll call or whatever, and find out where everybody's at and ask them if they are near or want to meet us.
Yeah, Mary T said, the map, or the border is only a mile from her.
Oh, okay.
Mary T said, would love to have you here for a night, but also like the idea of crashing your party for a few hundred miles. Right?
Okay, come on.
Sharon T said, I'm going to probably butcher this. Feta show used for making cream puffs and eclairs. Oh, that's good.
That's awesome.
That sounds good. So the pata chow.
Pata chow.
But this is show. It's like 3 words.
What
I'm sure I'm
what
still,
language is that?
That's French.
Oh, okay.
I'm just mispronouncing.
Well, obviously I am too.
Ashada said, laugh out loud. I just went to the HH headquarters. It was going to do a roll call post seconds before you said that.
That's awesome. Great minds think alike.
Right?
I don't know why you're thinking like me. You're way above me.
Oops. Oh shoot. Did you see that? It just like refreshed.
Yeah. I hate Facebook sometimes. Or I hate the way it does stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We got some people who said they're going to visit with us while we're there.
Yeah. I still think, I don't know.
Wow. And Sherry and got to. Oh, so many people. But yeah. Right. That'll be so much fun, y'all. We're really excited about it. Well, we have gone for over 2 hours. Do you want to?
It's still after 3.
We're chatty today, aren't we, y'all?
Well, they are too, though. That's what makes it fun.
Well, yeah. So, you don't want to hear just us chatting. That's kind of boring, right?
I mean,
any last thoughts before, we have a week? Now, Maitreya, are you still here? Do you have are you cooking? Are you having coffee talk tonight, or is it for sure on Monday? Let us know right now if you can, if you're still here. Let us know so we can do that. Radical Geek said, I appreciate it, right?
We appreciate you.
Yeah, we're really, I'm so excited when Sharon emailed us all the designs.
Yes.
I'm like, one of each, please.
Yes, no, I can't pick a favorite. Y'all are amazing.
Oh, thank you. Shada said, okay, roll call, posted and pinned to the featured post. Oh, and Brenda F said, always fun. Oh, thank you. And then Maitreya said, no, it's tomorrow.
Okay. Thank you.
I was going to enjoy pushing this on.
We still can. We just won't fade into her now.
Mary T said, I'm glad you ran late today, or I missed you. Back to my camera, a beef shank for dinner tonight.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yes. Sean said, booked at the same hotel.
Nice.
Yay.
For the same dates? Oh, my goodness, dude. That is amazing.
That's going to be so much fun. Oh, my gosh. And then you'll get to meet Sam and Delilah. I'm sure that's I think that's the highlight of anybody. I mean, I know.
Thunder.
Oh, I know 22Q Cat says she wants to meet us, but we know it's really Samson and Delilah, right? Because they're so cute. You're going to flip out.
Yeah. Here comes. Come here, buddy.
Yeah, Lynn, when you see them, I'm sure you're just going to flip out.
He's
and then they're going to be so happy.
You need to go outside?
Radical Geek said, I'm half dead right now. I bet you are.
Get some
rest. My God. Moving is horrible. And then Mary T said, check out my pics. The birds have been putting on quite the show.
That's awesome.
Lots on my personal page. Oh, yay. We'll have to do that.
You need to go outside? Is that what you're bothering me for?
All
This
right,
really
y'all.
was.
Well, thank you so much. It's been a blast as
Yes.
always.
Yes.
And we will talk to y'all again on Friday.
Yes.
I don't know if we've decided what we're making this Friday.
I think we're making the pickles.
We're making the pickles.
I guess. I don't know.
We'll figure it
That'd
out.
be quick and easy, wouldn't it? I don't know.
I don't know.
We didn't take pictures.
Maybe we'll just do burgers. I don't know.
Do that too.
Yeah. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful
Bye.
rest of your weekend and a great week to come. August. It'll be August next time we talk to y'all.
Yes.
Bye, y'all. Love you.